What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG. Today I want to talk about dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching, unlike static stretching where you're standing or sitting and holding your muscle in the stretched position without any movement. Dynamic stretching is now you're moving the muscle through a full range of motion. Dynamic stretching is great for anything that is explosive, anything done quickly, such as running, jumping, sprinting, cycling, whatever the heck you're going to do. A Group X class where you're jumping around, Zumba, whatever the heck you guys are doing out there. Dynamic stretching is a great way to get the muscles primed for a fast, explosive movement. I want to focus on the hips today. And this little dynamic stretch series is really simple. It's very simple, but I would definitely recommend before you jump into these dynamic stretches, get yourself a little loose first by doing some basic lunges and squats, because these will be done with speed. And so as we do the stretches, you're going to slowly build up the range of motion. You don't just want to go out there and just start swinging your limbs around. Because you might get hurt, and we don't want that. So what you want to do is find either a wall or an upright, and I'm going to show you a couple different directions. Very, very simple, but what you want to do is you're going to balance on one foot, and that's why you have the thing to brace yourself with. And you're going to start front to back. You're going to swing your leg. What I like to do is notice how I'm up on the ball of my foot on that support leg. That gives me a couple inches of room, because if I was flat, my other foot would hit the ground. So I want to get up on that toe, and I'm going to slowly build up this range of motion. Almost like I'm kicking a soccer ball. And so as I want to swing my leg back to activate the glutes, kind of relax the knee a little bit so I get a stretch in the hip flexor as well as the quad. And then as I go forward, that leg is going to go straight, so I get a little bit more of the hip and the hamstring on the front side. So if I kick my leg forward, kick my leg back, I'm swinging my leg back and forth. And like I said, slowly build up. Get that range of motion going, and then eventually you're doing full swings. And this is a great way, like I said, to get the hips loosened up in this forward plane of motion. But a lot of times we're not moving in that plane, so we need to work it at a slightly different angle. Now with both hands, you're going to support yourself up against the wall. Again, you're going to be on that back. One foot's going to be back a little bit, so if I show you from an angle, you're going to be at a slight angle. This is going to allow your leg to swing in front. Again, you're going to be up on that toe, and now you're going to go side to side. I would go very easy on this one, especially since it's not coming across yourself that's going to be the tough part. It's letting your leg swing out. Now we get a big stretch in the inner thigh. You want to be careful with how high you kick your leg out and stretch that inner thigh. So we want to kick across and then open up. And there's two ways to do this sideways one. Is the angle of my foot. So I can try to keep my toe pointed towards the wall the whole time. So on the outside, notice how my foot is level with the ground. And as I kick across, my toe is still pointed forward. That would be different than me turning my toe in and then kicking my foot up. I would actually start with both. Start with the lower range of motion, keeping that toe facing the wall. And then as you get a little bit looser, you can point your toe across, and then you can point your toe up to get a little bit more rotation. And of course you want to do that on both legs. And I would recommend doing 15 to 20 swings or so, slowly building up, so that when you go out and go running, those hip flexors The glutes, hamstrings, quads, everything is loosened up and ready to go. Okay? Give those stretches a shot. It's a great place to start, guys. See you tomorrow.